TGIF, thank God it's Friday. And boy, oh boy, do I have another awesome coin that I'm looking forward to reviewing for you. So, if you're new to the channel, well, welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you're seasoned, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Because, well, you not only see from the above, but you would have seen me do the first series. Anyway, with all of that being said, please be sure to check out the links down below under this video so that you can see a link to the precious metal forum, of course, Silver Trader, who sent me in this lovely coin for review, and finally my own personal website, AceBullion, where of course I do my own handmade poured silver, and boy oh boy has that developed. There's going to be a lot of products coming out very soon, and I can't wait to share them and showcase them. A lot of it's been hidden in the back door. But enough of that. Let's find out what this coin's all about. So here we go. Well, here it is. It is, of course, the 2022, the Big 5. That's right, the Big 5 Rhino. Now, I will be taking it out of its case to share it with you, but this is how it comes. I just wanted to share it with everyone first from the Silver Trader. Hopefully, your dealer as well is sending it just like this. And this really does keep it nice and fresh. Of course, you should have a little silicone anti-dry, moisture absorber thing inside of it. That's something that's really cool. It just helps. Every little bit helps, to prevent against any kind of, deterioration of the coin. And on the back, of course, you're going to have your stock basic information that you're going to get. So let me pause this really quick, and then I'll show you what this coin is really all about, because it really is something special. So hold on one second here. And just like that, magic has occurred. I've carefully removed it from its packaging, and I'll be putting it straight back in. No harm, no foul. We'll even be taking out this coin here and putting it to the side for a second, because we're going to have a look at the overall packaging first. So this is the Big 5. Now, this is the second series. Now, the first series I featured, I collected, and I actually let go. I decided someone else was really looking for one who was on the Precious Metal Forum, and we made a deal. And with that, I thank him, because he helped me, of course, get something else that I really wanted. So, I'm not going to mention him by name, but he knows who he is, as I said, it's just that kind of awesome help. So this is the third coin out of in the second series, and there's only a total of 5. Now, the coins that are in the series feature the elephant, the lion, of course the rhino, which we're featuring, and by the way, they're in no particular order, buffalo, and the leopard. I have reviewed all the other coins thus far, yeah, it is actually pretty cool. At first, I was kind of dumbfounded, but there's actually subtle differences between this series and the first series. And I know the coins may seem and look very similar and perhaps reversed, but they're actually not. So if you go back and you have a look at some of my previous videos, you may see, or you'll understand why I've just stated that. So, Big 5, you got that big, giant symbol there, and it says Rhino, 1 ounce, well, it says 2022, 1 ounce, and then, of course, we have the South African Mint, the seal down below, and if we carefully open it up, we're going to see here, just in this top bit, it says, the fine silver Big 5 series was introduced for the first time in 2019. The reverse of the coin features 2 halves of the rhino's face. When 2 coins are placed next to each other, the full face of the rhino can be seen. the coin is part of the second series of the Big Five range. Well, there we go. So you'll actually now understand it by putting it together. And if I try to, I'm just curious to see if this works. If I try to turn this over, I'll be able to do that in a little bit anyway. So hopefully we'll be able to see it. So we have here the 2021, the elephant that has come out. The lion in February 2022. This is expected to come out, which is of course the leopard. We have the buffalo here in 2023. And of course we're on the rhino itself. Now look at this. Can you actually see the rhino footprints? And I do mean rhino footprints. They are absolutely amazing. It's just a unique addition to this entire pack. Now I'm not going to read this, you know, I'll let you guys, if you're buying one, of course, have that pleasure. I don't want to spoil that away from you. Finally, it says here, limited to just 15,000. Here's the certificate of authenticity, of course. We do have, it tells you it's a BU coin, but it was just amazing. And it tells you the proper Latin name for the black rhino and white rhino, which, by the way, there's not much more than there is in the series for mintage of coins. So there's 15,000 here, and I believe that there's about 25,000 living there. We have the artist name, J.A. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. And the designer of the main coin is R.C. Stone. That's an easy one. And of course, we have an engraver as well, P. Boats, or I assume that's what it is. So, enough jibber jabber. Let's look at the coin. And here's that reverse that we were talking about, where if you put the two halves together, you can make one rhino face. I did say I'm going to try to do this, see if it'll work actually. Well, I'll do it at the very end, just to finish off when I close it. But let's have a look here. We can see right in the center it says 5 rand, 1 ounce, 3 nines fine silver. And look at the amazing texture and details. Again, it does look jumbled up, but these are, two rhinos, or two sides of the rhino's face. And yeah, it is just amazing. I have always loved this series, and letting go of it was really hard for the first series. But I know someone loved it just that much more. It does have a milled edge going all the way alongside of it. And then finally onto the main attraction, which of course is the Big Five, or the rhino itself here. And look at that. It is just beautiful. Now, it does not leap out at you as much as you would think, but it is something that is just marvelous. As you can see here, it is highly, highly textured. And try to zoom in just to show you. And I'll stabilize it with 2 hands here. Look at how detailed this rhino is. And they're not using the same kind of patterns. They're actually changing it and doing all sorts of wonderful, wonderful stuff. Look at the nostrils there. Very realistic. There's the crest and everything else. I mean, this is a spectacular... I mean, look at the eye. I'm sorry. I am watching you. There you go. It really is something that is spectacular, and I think it does absolute justice and harmony for not only the rhinos that are still around, and with conservation and preservation, we should hopefully be able to maintain and keep those numbers, and hopefully increase them and have them back in the wild. Sadly, not all animals have been that fortunate, but with kind of recognition and stuff, I mean, these used to be what they call trophy kills back in the day. And I'm talking about when I was born, and yeah, it's just a horrible thought. People would often go out just to hunt elephants, of course, for their ivory. Lions, well, that was one heck of a trophy prize. You have a lion rug, right? And I'm not justifying any of this, by the way. Rhino, the horns and stuff are used for medicine or medicinal purposes. buffaloes. Again, people had everything from just the head to an entire body stuffed. I mean, really grotesque stuff. And leopards, again, the skins, and very rarely did you actually get a full stuffed leopard, but you would often find them as rugs, which is just horrendous. And the occasional handbag for, you know, the lady, if you like. Now, let me just put this back in, and we'll have a look as we are wrapping up, because I want to see whether or not this does it really any justice, and if we can actually get that image of the two halves of the rhino making the face. And there you go, you can see that within the coin and the feature. So if I zoom in a little bit here and hold this steady, you can actually see there as the rhino meets up and as the rhino goes there. So it does work remarkably well, and it's actually a very clever optical, well, I say optical, it's just a lot of attention to detail. So with that being said, it's Friday, and I thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and please make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and also let me know in the comments below what you think of this coin and series. And, you know, have you missed the first series and are you collecting this? Or have you missed both of them, or are you collecting both of them? Whatever way, I'm just curious. So thank you again so much. And I shall see you on Monday for another awesome video. Bye for now.